Hello, welcome back to Derail Value with Freddy. Okay, so picking up from where we left off yesterday, we're going to move on to the DH4. I'm going to take these two jobs down to the harbour. And the reason I want to go back to the harbour is quite simple. There should be another DH4 down there, normally. So we need to look at the harbour and decide which order we are dropping these off in. I've decided, these are one's being dropped off in C2I, one's being dropped off in D2I. We want to come in and go past and reverse back in and drop the one in C2I off first, which means that needs to be at the back. This needs to be at the front, because then we can pull forward, reverse into D, and boom, job's done. Okay, so that being set, I've already set up these two stations already to receive. Need to pick them up. So we need to pick up from B50 first, and then pull forward, reverse into C2S and pick that up. This is where I'll be able to show you the effectiveness of the remote. So I'm going to have that one first, that one second. So awesome. So this is going to be no real challenge for a DH4, single one. So it's daytime, a little bit misty, but that will do. Need to go get our DH4 and start manoeuvring and position it where we want it. When we get down there as well, I'll take you through a manual service, because it is different. We don't do it through the fees page anymore. Effectively save half the money. Right, so starting up a DH4, quite simple. Need to get into the breakers, start out in electrics, shut that again. I've got to remember where everything is myself again. Oh, that's it. Right, so lights front, lights rear, cab lights the first one, which just illuminates the dials. I find this works best. Cut out off, handbrake off, fire it up, and we'll wait for these reservoir pressures to build pressure. Once we're doing that, pair it to this loco, because we're not going to be using the DE2s anymore. We are done and dusted with them. Unfortunately, with realistic, you do have to wait for the brake pressure to come up, because otherwise you're going to go to apply the brakes and you're just not going to stop. So we'll get the reverser into gear. It does take a little bit for the pressures to come up. In standard, they come up pretty much instantly. You just see them whip up. Obviously, with this, it does take a bit long. We've got a slightly different horn. Funky. As you can see, it's getting a bit brighter outside. We're heading towards 7 AM. Oh, excuse me. So, nice bit of pressure there. Brakes are off. And give us some throttle. You can see a lot more power, get up to speed a lot faster. There we go, reservoir pressures are up. I can't remember exactly which one it is. I think, yeah, it's that far ahead one we want. Pick up a bit more speed, come back, and then we're going to pick up this job in B50. So we want to make sure we're going for that. Give me a nice little earner. Don't want to go too far up here because it does become a downhill gradient. I should, he says with utter confidence, have it all set up so I'm actually going the right way this time. Right, so into reverse, brake off, give it a little bit of juice, a lot more juice. We don't want to be hanging about all day. There is a slighter run, and I will try and show you a bit more of the power of this monstrosity. I want to make sure we're going for B. Yes, B's. I keep right on this. Delivering tractors. I thought it was the excavators. I am wrong. So what we can do, actually jump out the train. Alright. B5I, so it should be coming down this one. We call this up, and we can see our train coming in. And we need to really hit the brake now. Coming in way too quick. Now we can control this train from outside, so we can actually see what we're doing. Funky. Put the control away. That's some air into there. I think it's on the brake on the front on this one. Oh, nice. Yep, it is. What we can do, get the control back out. Isn't that awesome? Don't need to go too fast. Right, so we're going for C. That's still B. C is this line over here, so we can follow this line all the way to the switch. We can call our train up and go faster. We can actually stand here now and watch the train come past the switch. So we can really see where the back end of this train's going to be now. Obviously we've got the digital speedo as well, so we can tell exactly what speed we are doing. All these tractors, back of the train, awesome. I made a boo-boo. So I want to drop off in C first. Yeah, I made a boo-boo. We actually want the other one first. Right, so that's still set that way. So what we can do, because I'm an idiot, that's in neutral. Can back this up, drop it off just here, and go hook up to the one that's actually going to be dropped in D, pull forward and reverse it quickly back into this one. My mistake. We want this one at the back end. So we've got to go far enough past, hit the brakes, decouple. Want back of it about here. Yeah, let's brake there. Now there's two ways to recharge the remote. I touched on it last time. It's solar recharges and that recharge pad as well. So whilst it's daytime, it will recharge. Right, get past this. Obviously you don't want to be hitting the brake. Of course you're still on throttle. What we can also do with this now as well, is we can stand on the back. Oh, appreciate that's a bit louder. We hit that engine because we're literally stood right on it. Yikes. That was loud. Might not be so loud for you guys, but certainly loud in my headset. Ooh. So hopefully this is the level of my mistakes, unlike the previous episodes. I will try and capture mistakes on camera for you guys, because no doubt I will make more. I don't pretend to be infallible. I certainly make mistakes, same as everybody else. Mistakes are going to happen. Part and parcel of it. Slow her down. These are empty cars I do not want to touch hard, because otherwise we would just bounce them. As it is the only job here, this is the one we want. Right, so 100%, this is what we want first now. Get this hooked. Not against the clock, because I haven't handed the jobs in yet. I think, yeah, back end for this one. Of course it is. And now we can go forward. Give it some power. We can sprint ahead to the switch. Provided it doesn't catch us too quickly. Just back the power off there. Thankfully, we won't have to reverse very far now to pick up that job. It seems we can move reasonably well when we want to. You can hear it coming now. It gets a bit louder. Here she comes. She's only a short little one, this one, and empty, so most of the weight of this is going to be at the back. And so you've got a nice indicator for what level of brake we currently have applied. I'm going to get past that point. Yep, brake fully. Switch that switch. Stand up here. Reverse, please. Not going to want to pick up too much speed. Make sure we're staying on the right tracks. Yep, 100% we are. Hook up to this. Go hand the jobs in. And we can get going. We're going to get on it quite quickly today. Slow down. Select forward. You're forgetting these things don't like to stop when they're weighted. They don't stop as comfortably as standard. As of yet, even on my standard one, I have not driven a DE6. So that's going to be an experience when we get to that point. I mean, the license for the DE6 is 200,000. So it's expensive. Oh, it's a heck of a run. this is going to be worth it. We're going to get a reasonable payday for going back down to the harbour. Right, so I have that one. Got that one. Right, let's get back to our train. Do start getting it to get a little bit underway whilst we're running back. Look at that, train's moving and we're not even in it. Ah, panic! And we're in. Right, awesome. So we don't need to worry about the wireless remote now. The main thing here is going to be the oil temperature. That's going to be the main thing we've got to watch. That and speed, because this thing will shift. Flat out, it will overheat. So we're at 1.5 down. Kill the power there, which will drop the oil temperature. Just see it plummet right back down. And we're going to continue to accelerate. Because of the weight of this. Right, we do not want to be exceeding 60. And there's a 1. Now what we do have in this as well is a dynamic brake. And a dynamic brake will use the oil temperature. Well, that's my independent brake. To slow down. Well, that's actually quite effective. I do prefer the normal brake. Dynamic brake is basically an engine brake, effectively. There's a few turns we're going to have to watch. Going to have that 30, and in fact that 30 is going to be coming up soon, actually. City West. 2% down. On the left. So we're just going past coal power plant. Coal power plant there on our right. So, funky little place. Can get some jobs out of there. Not always the best, but there's a lot of empty cars to go back to the coal mines. So we're soon going to come up and it's going to be that 30 left turn at City West. Now I'm praying I've got all these points set correctly this time. Right, so it's a 50 left here. The 0.8, so we're down to 40. I thought to just knock the brake off there for a minute. Should maintain alright. Between the corner and the low gradient, it should be alright. It's all downhill, so we are running A at minus 1.1, but we're not going to exceed 50 before the back of the train gets past that, so happy days. So the main job now is going to be money earning again, building our money back up. Just want to check on something. Yep, left. Oh, frugal. Oh, we have gone the wrong way again. Right, let's get some brake on. And typical me. That's that one. I think we've gone this way, so now I want to keep right. Gonna want to keep left. Into a keep right. Into a keep left. Into a keep left. That'll take us into the harbour. Right. So I think we're going to be going through Forest Central. Let's get some break off here. So we're going to be coming in from the north. We're going to keep right into B and out. So B should hopefully from the north, right, left, straight through. Okay. So it looks like I messed up again. Right, let's get Hammer down. Shouldn't be too bad. We've not gone massively off course. So we're bypassing that 30 in City West, so we can afford to get the Hammer down. Are we 100 on a slight climb? 0.7 up. I'll show you a bit of the power of the DH4. There we go, we're getting into the high range. You can run this pretty much all the way to about the red. At the red, it will start to overheat. If you run it at full power continually, it will overheat. So I'm going to back off a bit of power there. See that temperature needle coming down, and we're on the 60, so I'm going to back right off. Let the hill brake for us. Apply a bit of power again, and just maintain that speed. So you can use hills to your advantage. Picking up a bit much. Right, so 50 right. We need to slow down. 2.6 up, so this is going to come down quick. We're going to need a lot of power to get up this. 2.6 up, that's pretty steep. So we are going to hemorrhage speed. 80 flat into a 60 uphill. 1.1, that's not bad. So we should be able to pick up some speed here because this train is massively going to overpower this now. So we're on the DH4, we can do 600 tons. Whoa! 30, 30, 30. Saw that just in time. Into a 30 flat. I'm glad I caught that in time. That could have been disastrous and caught on camera too. So I mean, with this game you've got to keep your eye on the ball. You don't, and you are going to crash. You are going to derail. That's the name of the game, Derail Valley. Now, depending on what you're carrying, you can have some spectacular derails. You're carrying, say, oil or something flammable in containers. Oh, apparently they can. I've seen some videos. They look quite epic. Right, straight through track. So this is Forest Central. I'll redo this back to the harbour now. As I know we're on a bit of a straight track. I'm not sure what the exit speed of this is. What's it look like? Windy to the south. So I'm just let this speed stay down, I think, till we know what speed it is. We're actually going to pass by our house. There's nothing I've actually seen of real significance to our house other than it's our house. It has a bed in it instead of a couch to sleep on. I'm not seeing another speed limit sign yet, so I'm assuming this is the 30, which we are doing 29. Don't forget, we've got to get the back of the train past this. A bit of a view of the back of the train here. You can see it's still coming around the corner. Yep, 30. 1.9 up, so we need some power. flicking my head. Obviously not knowing what's going on. I've got to watch it. So yeah, DH4, much more power. And 2 DH4s, yeah, you're getting places. And as I've done before, you don't need to run both engines. You don't need to. Don't run them. All you're doing is running extra fuel. You can run on one. Especially once you're shunting around a yard. Remember, DH4 can do 2,000 tons on its own. So the load you're carrying, once you're out and about, moving from station to station, you've got to aim for those gradients where you know they are. Back off a bit of throttle there. Apply a little bit more, maintain around that 30 mark. Slightly over, okay. And towards 35, you're going a little bit quick. So 60 there, and we need the back of the train to pass that before we really put the hammer down. So will we see it? Where's the back of our train? Where is it? Still coming. So I can guesstimate round about now. Let's get some throttle down, build up a bit of speed and get the frick out of here. So coming to the bottom of this, we want to keep left. We'll worry about that first one first. So 60 on a 1.7 again. So our first one's going to be, but it's just straight keep left. So our next one's going to be a keep right. I'm going to bypass the farm. We should see the farm on our right just before it. I think it's the first junction. I think it's that one. I hope it's that one. Haven't seen it been. No! I was wrong. So we're just going bypassed Orwell Central. So we're going to want to keep left there. To keep left and bring us back round. So we're going back that way. So we've basically gone from here, round there. We're going all over the place. What am I like? Apparently my sense of direction is doing about as well as yesterday. That's weird because I've not had this problem so far with this game. There we go, Orwell Central. Just listening for the sound of the wheels, see if we're going a little bit quick. And we're going to have to watch for this turn. I think this is going to be a sharpy turn. We're on an 80 now. How far away is it? It's not that far away. So we're going to have to watch this closely. Ooh, let's get that brake off. Don't want to be going that slow just yet. 60 ahead. So it's just over 50 and we'll brake there. Or let the throttle off there. So we're doing about 60. We want keep left, followed by an immediate keep left. I really need to pay attention to where I'm going a little bit more. So 60 ahead. I imagine it's going to be a brake for the corner. It is a 40 left. And we're on the sign on a keep left. 40 level. We're doing just over 40, that's fine. A little bit of power just to keep us rolling round the turn. Don't want to lose momentum, but don't want to pick up too much pace. Round we come. Train's all still together. This one's difficult to see, but we're on a keep left again. We're on a 30 this time. Some brake on. Got a lot of brake on. .30 into a 90. Now, this is a fairly long, straight bit of track that bypasses literally all right along here, bit there, all the way along there. Then we start heading towards the harbour. This is a track I originally wanted to be on. So we've just gone the long way to get here. Throw some power down. Now's where we want some pace. 70. So now we are running against the clock, and we are a 1.7 uphill, so we just want to keep the hammer down to get a move on. I've already lost us enough time with my poor sense of direction. So back off a little bit of power. Keep a lot of power down, or just keep an eye on that speed. Speed is the main thing you're going to be wanting to watch. Speed and signals. So at the moment we're alright. So our next is a keep right into a keep left. Pretty much immediate. Oh, 40, 40, 40, 40. Leave that speed off. We are an uphill, so we can afford to put power on a bit. Already see from the angle of the track we're a 40, but we're an uphill, and the fact that the speed was starting to drop more again. So yeah. Don't forget we've got to get the whole train around that corner. Managing the speed. Alright, have a quick look. So come along here. So we're going to keep right into a keep left. So a keep right into a keep left. Right, the signal should be all set correctly now. Alright, put the hammer down now because we should be well into this 50. This is the windy bit of this track, so time the back of the train reaches that, we're changing to an up 0.8. Should be right just to keep the hammer down to 60. Back off one because we're reaching temperature. See it there? At 55 we're doing good speed. I've had this train up doing 80, 85 before, quite happily. But mind you, that was 2 DH4s and I was right on the go, hauling empty cars. I didn't even derail it then. Mind you, we are on, that was on standard and this is on simulation, so, well, simulator level, realistic. So, yeah, a little bit more difficult. Got to watch it a little bit more. But that's part of the fun. Right, so we're on a keep right into a keep left. Let's kill that in case we need to kill speed. On a 50 right. should be good. In fact, I'm just going to touch the brakes a bit. So keep right, and there should be a keep left near enough immediately. Sure, it's a keep left. Yes, keep left, because we don't want to go to coal mine south. So yes, we're on keep left. What's the speed? 70, so we're fine. Got to let the train, back of the train, get around that first. Power. So you can use the top level of power just to get the temperature up and use a bit more of the power, but once the temperature starts getting up, you need to back it off a bit. 80. So this is another pretty long stretch, pretty fast stretch. Then we're on a keep right, into a keep left, and then we're into Harbour. So this is where we can pick up a bit of time by just getting the frickin' hammer down. 70, 75. This is a bit where we can get the power down, and towards the end is where we're going to need a brake. So we'll then start getting towards the harbour, which is a downhill. And I do know, having been in and out of the harbour that many times, it is a 40 downhill, heavy downhill. So yeah, we're on a keep right, into a keep left, and we're into Harbour, which will be a keep left anyway, because it's set up for that. So the main thing we've got to do now is just watch that brake and watch our speed. So into an 80, doing 75, so we're good. Now we'll change to elevation, dropping a little bit of speed, but yeah, no, we're okay. Don't need to burn that much fuel. Nearly burnt a quarter of a tank. We've had a few uphills. 17, we're about to hit 70 anyway. Haha, it's like it new. A little bit of wheel squeal there, but we're doing alright. Speed's okay. Power down. Oh, it's an 80. I thought that was a 60 then. Try and keep the speed up whilst we can. Keep an eye for when we're going to get to the end. 70. Just entering the mountains, so we're getting towards the junction. This is going to be a fairly quick junction on a keep right. As I know we're coming towards, have the switch controller ready, so worst case, boom. That's why I always have it locked as well to number 1. If you've got it locked, you can't move it out till you unlock it. Fingers here on the brake. It's ready because it should be coming up soon. Yep, there we go. It's telling us it's coming up soon, and it's at 60. Nearly doing 60. So I can let the corner brake us to 60. Double check in. Yep, we're on a keep right. Keep an eye on speed. We're on a keep right. Yep, and it's a 60 right. I'll put that away for now. Into a 70. Downhill. Into a 60. Got to watch it, really got to watch it. So we're now getting ready for this leg. This is all downhill, so we ain't going to need engine power, but we are going to need braking power. Run the speed whilst we can. 40. Brake, 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 brake. Both brake there, help get the speed down. Further up brake, we don't want to be going over 45 at all. So nicely between at the moment, dropping a little, so I'll drop a level of brake. watch that speed. Going to 70, but there is going to be more 40s ahead. Know that for a fact. The whole harbour last bit of the drop is a solid 40 at a minus 2.2. It is. Whew. You're carrying a heavy load down there, you know about it because you're running a lot of brake. Pass that corner, just let it off, let the train roll. Instead of let it go, just let it roll, all the way down the hill. Alright, so we're 50 here, doing alright, rolling away. Good thing with idling, it's not costing us that much in fuel. Very, very little. Save the fuel for when we need it. So let me know, you enjoying the series? You liking these videos? Think something needs to be changed? You want to see a few more jump cuts or some time lapses of these runs between the stations? Let me know below. Certainly interested in your opinion. If you want to see it going to just when I go to different places, that's fine. You want to see a lot of the station work, that's fine. You want to see the actual runs and less of the station work, also fine. Let me know. I'm enjoying playing it. I'm actually quite enjoying the realistic one now, even after my initial derailment, which was mainly through my own silly mistake, going the wrong way, being tired from work. It is just one of those things. I ain't getting upset about it. 18 minus 1.5. Yeah. Point should already be set. We're just coming over the crossover of the river, so we are about here now. So it's not going to be long. I'm not letting our speed go up too much because we're about to enter that 40. I think it's round that corner. Comes on you quick. And from that turn it is 40 downhill. Yeah, there we go. Being told about it already. So I'm starting getting some brake on. Bring that speed down. We're on a keep left. Yeah, see already it is a 40 left. So we need more brake. It says level here, and I ain't going to say level for long. Off, get through this little tunnel. So taking the brake all the way off for now. We are soon going to pick up a lot of speed. There we go, Harbour off to our right. It says 60, always ignore that. This stretches 60 and then it's going to drop back to 40 again. So yeah, there's the harbour. Going off down there. See, back to a 40 again. Down on minus 1.7, so quite a sharp old drop. Now if we just took the front one, we'd have to reverse into this one anyway to make the turn so that the engine's pointing the right way for getting out for us. And we are going to leave the engine where it is till we decide exactly what jobs we're taking and pick up, hopefully, the other DH4. So that we've got two, and then we've got some power. Because especially if you're getting out the harbour, you want power. So minus 2%, 2.2 down, it's a plus 2.2 up at 40. It's the same speed limit up as it is down. Keep left because We don't have it set for right at the moment because we don't do military. It's the military over to our right. So a 40 turn here as well. Right, just let off the brake now. Brake fully off, throttle fully off. We are chilling here in the Harbour. Right, what I'll do, I'll just give it a quick pause here and let you see it when we're pulling in and stopping. So here we go, pulling into C2I now, stood at the back with the tractors. Aha. Jump off here in a minute and we'll get this all the way backed in. We don't need to reverse the whole train in, just the load we're dropping. Start getting some brake on now. Done a huge amount of brake. This train is going to get a heck of a lot lighter without this on. Go for a stop here. And brake on. Drop that off. I don't want to be up the front really for this. Now we want to change that signal. Alright. I'll see you at the next one. And here we go, heading into D now. And yes, I've actually got this set up correctly. Yay! Got one little bonus for today. I usually get that signal we've just passed wrong every time. So to get it right is awesome. So on D2I. The reason the battery level isn't dropping is because it is daytime. B2I is empty. Keep left, into a keep right, taking us straight into B2I. Just get some brake on. Watch this train coming on in. Not going to level the brake off, we want to make sure it goes all the way in. There is plenty. So, actually go to neutral there. Handbrake on. Get that out. Jump in. Fuel cut off. No point burning diesel for no reason. A long sprint because the harbour is such a big place. Go hand this in. Oh, it's because I spend a lot of time in this area. Because there's some pretty good jobs in this area. If we get it right, some good paying jobs as well. Right, so first job. Done nicely. There's 60,000. Thank you. Second job, there's another 24,000. Nice. So we're back up to 144,000. So it was well worth us taking those licenses. And yes, as you can see, there is a lot of jobs here. That one would be lovely. 58,000, but it's Hazmat 2, Long 2, Fragile 1. And that's just up to the farm, so it ain't that far away. As you can see, there are some other jobs on the table. Hazmat 2 as well. We've not got Hazmat licenses yet. But we can also look at shunting jobs. I don't think we do have Train Link 2. Ooh. That could be a potential. 49,000 for unloading and dropping off that. That's a tasty baby. Ooh. But the one last thing I wanted to show you before I end this episode, because I appreciate this episode is running on in time, we're going to head over here. We've actually got a museum piece here in the harbour. I have to make note of these, of where they all are. And here is the said museum piece. It is the at the harbour. We've got the S060 440. So that's one of the many museum pieces. Obviously we need the license to be able to re-rail it, and then we've got to tow it to the museum so that we can actually repair it. So let's have a look as well. What have we got here? We've got DM6, DE6, sorry, S282, S060 and D6, so we don't have another DH4 here. Oh dear, that's not good. Because over parked up over here is a DH2. Ah, so we got unlucky on this spawn. There's no DH4 here. Not to worry, we've got one DH4, and that is a start. So I'll end this episode here, and in the next one, we'll have a look at what we're going to do to get out of here, make some more money, and see where we go. Till next time, take it easy.